YouTube.com/video. Welcome in, everybody. Today we are going to be cooking some kind of pasta of my own creation. Let me show you what we're dealing with. First of all, we're dealing with rigatoni with meat sauce, Himalayan pink salt, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, basil leaves, onion powder, hot dogs, bell peppers chopped, onion chopped, garlic chopped, and potatoes chopped. Okay, guys, for one thing, I've got in this pan, I've got water, and I've got a little bit of oil, and when this comes to a full boil, I'm going to add these rigatoni noodles. So, we get to stay tuned for that one. While I set up my tripod here. There we go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have to wait. So yeah, hopefully everybody's doing well. Oh, while we're waiting, we can add a little bit of Himalayan pink salt to this water. Okay, then we're going to add a little bit of basil leaves like that. Okay, bring this up to a boil, which should be any moment. And then we'll continue on. Let me get these noodles ready to drop in there when it's ready. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Ready to drop when the water's boiling. So yeah. Originally, this is being made on another channel that I have, but hopefully I can download this and put it on my brand new channel that I'm making. Hopefully. And if you guys like it, that's great. If not, well, I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, we're just waiting on this to boil up here. And you can see the rigatoni stuff in the background. Oh, we're having action already. But in the meantime, let me get a strainer so that when the noodles in question are done, we can put them through this strainer right here. And yeah, and do that. Let me get a spoon. I need a spoon here. Got a spoon. I also have this thing too. To put my spoon on like that. All right, what else? Just don't mind me. I'm just going to be putting stuff away in the background here. This is recovery from my last cooking session this morning. It was pretty good. I cooked eggs with potatoes in the morning. Really, really good. Well, we're getting more and more action, guys. Just keep watching. Just keep watching. There we go. Oops. All right, it's getting better. ¿La quito?
What? ¿Cómo lo vas a quitar?
Solo porque se prende.
No, se calienta con el sol.
You don't take this little tab out.
No.
If you don't take this little tab, out, it won't come on. Watch.
No te lo haces tu culpa.
No. Yeah. But you have to take this little tab out because if you don't, it won't work. See, they put that little tab in there to keep it turned off. They put the little plastic tab in there to keep it turned off so it doesn't come on. So that one's ready to go. Anyway, guys. See, this one's got the same thing. See, look. Yeah. All of them have it so that when they're sitting in the grocery store, that they don't come on when they go in. See, look. See? Keep them. It only does that when it's dark. When it gets enough light, it can go. And after that, it's good. So anyway, guys, looks like we're getting some boiling action. All right, time to add the pasta. There we go. I'm going to turn that down. Stir these up just a little bit. There we go. All right. There we go, ladies and gents. Now we wait even more. Gotta stir these every now and then, because if you don't, they're gonna stick to the bottom, and that's what you don't want to do. Right now, we're just boiling pasta. And while that's going on, let's focus over here, guys. Let me tilt the camera just a little bit. There we go. All right, we're going to chop up these hot dogs. It's real easy to do. Not that hard. Think of this as like a sausage. It's a lot like a sausage. Yeah, just think of it like that. Just pretend it is. But anyway, now I just cleaned the counter, so what we're doing, hope you can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, you can somewhat. There you go. Now you can see what I'm doing. There we go. All right. I'm going to put this into a bowl. Like so. Hopefully, yep, you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. All right, grab another one. There we go. All right, put these in the bowl. Continuing on. All right. All in the bowl. Let's continue on. Another one. We're chopping up wieners. Oh, gee. There we go. Got all that. See? Now we got our weenies cut up. We're ready to go. So I'll put that on the ingredient list. All right. Back to the pasta. There we go. Stir this up so it doesn't get stuck to the bottom. There we go. No, they're not even ready yet. They will be in a little while. Turn this up, crank it up just a little hair. Now we wait. This video is brought to you by Shasta Soda. Lemon lime flavored. Get them while they're hot. Get them while they're cold, ladies and gentlemen. And they are caffeine free. Gotta love it. Cool, refreshing, and crisp and lemony to the taste. Keeping on stirring. Like I said, you got to stir these every now and then, because if you don't, they're just going to stick to the bottom of the pan. So. I don't even know who this is. This isn't ours. Well, just leave it. I'll turn it in. Eso ya está.
What? ¿Qué es?
No.
Está caliente. Pues ya.
Otro ratito, creo que no.
Sí, otro ratito.
Okay. All right, we're going to cook for just a little bit longer, and then I'll take these off the boil. Got to save some of the pasta water, just a little bit. Oh, I'm also going to be messing with some tomato sauce. Tomato sauce as well. Let's see. Okay. So we shall see. I think that's about as close as I can get it without having to move the camera much, except for to zoom in here. Let me see. That's close enough. Whoops. All right, and I'll raise it up then. All right. There you go. Yeah, that's perfect. And there we go. So our noodles are still boiling away. Almost about ready to come out of there. I'm gonna try one here. Oh yeah, they're softer now. Uh-huh. Yep. That's perfect. All right, let me get some of this lovely pasta water. You guys will, ow, damn. You guys will understand why I saved some of the pasta water. And this was a bad choice putting this in a plastic cup. That was stupid. Wasn't very smart. Great. But I did save some pasta water, so. Anyway, let me get this off the boil here. Turn the heat off and turn the heat off real quick. Got my boxing gloves on. All right, I'm gonna drain this real quick. Okay, while that's draining off, now we can focus on other things. First of all, we got our pot. What are we going to add to that pot? How about a little bit just a dash of butter. Just like that. That'll start it out. Threw a little dab of butter in there. All right, I'm gonna put the burner back on to about medium heat. I'm gonna use the same spoon and we're just gonna stir it up till the butter melts. There we go. Let that butter melt. in the pan, which is right here. Got to have the pan heat up first a little bit. Here, I'll turn it up to high and then turn it down to low once the pan gets hot. And just kind of stirring the butter around a little bit. Once we see that this is getting somewhat hot, all right, to that, we are going to add our bell peppers. We're going to add our onions. And we are going to add our garlic. Okay. We're going to let this go cook like this. Right away, you can smell the goodness of the, there you go. A little bit of a more topical view here. Right away, you could already smell the goodness of the garlic. Everything is great. It's all coming together real quick. So we're just going to cook these lightly a little bit. Then once these are cooked, we're going to add the hot dogs. Why did it just skip like that? Okay. We'll add the hot dogs once this is cooked. And we're just reducing this down. ¿No hueles algo? Huele bien, ¿verdad? I was going to show you guys, now these are some things that I've never tried before up until now. These are called Marvareni pitted dates. Here's what they look like. They look weird. They smell funny too. But I'm going to try them. Now, I don't know about you guys, but those dates are pretty damn good. I like those. I really do. But anyway, we're sitting here cooking away. I'm just letting this water kind of boil off a little bit before we continue. But I think these dates are good, guys. I highly recommend that you go out and get some. Very good. Mmm. All right, I think it'd be time to add the hot dogs. I'm not sure. What I'm doing is I'm creating a really good solid flavory base so that when I do add the hot dogs, like right now, there you go. Now, the hot dogs will get good and cooked and good and flavored too. Look at all that good flavor in there, huh? Looking good, guys. It's looking great. Uh, Hold on a second. Wish I can edit this where I could put it on public. Let's see if I can.
Friends, is it really true that it...
Nah, ain't gonna worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, like I said, look at that, huh? Yeah, now it's looking good. Excuse me. Anyway, let me get these other ingredients ready to go. Turn that down a little bit. There you go. Okay, I'm going to add the spaghetti sauce. Just like that. I'm going to add the tomato sauce, like that. I'm going to add a little bit of water. There you go. Then I'm going to start adding the ingredients. The pasta water. Stir this up a little bit. Just like that. Now, add a little bit of Himalayan pink salt. Just like that. Little bit of onion powder. Just like that. Little bit of Italian seasoning. Just like that. A little bit of garlic powder. Just like that. And a little bit of basil leaves. Just like that. Stir it up a little bit. There we go. Now we're going to put this down on low and let her cook away. You stupid Mrs. Impatient over here. Yeah, Aurora was trying to get in, so. But, so yeah. So we're in the process now of making the spaghetti sauce, or the rigatoni sauce. So we've got a pretty good base. It's starting to thicken up a little bit, as you can see. That's thanks to the pasta water, as well as everything else I put in there. So we're just gonna let that cook away while I put my ingredients up. It would help if I had some Parmesan cheese, but I don't have any. So we're just dealing with it. So yeah. How's everybody's day been going, huh? Hopefully you've been doing well. Hopefully you've been feeling well. Oh, I can't forget these potatoes. I know it's a little weird to put potatoes in for a pasta dish, but it just makes it, to me, it makes it a little bit more hearty. To me, it does. So now we can wait a little bit. And let everything cook normal, as per usual. Don't mind me, I'm just kind of cleaning up in the background. Just cleaning up and putting things away in the background. Organizing things as I usually do, you know. There you go. Then once this stuff is done, we're going to go ahead and put in the pasta noodles. I'm just waiting for this to come up to a boil. Right now we're at a low simmer, so I'm going to turn this up just a little bit. There you go. Now we wait. So yeah. Like I said, I've been having a pretty good day. So far, so good. Nothing too very, you know, real exciting has been going on. Not lately, anyway. Just same old, same old. There we go. As you see, it is coming up to a full boil. It's trying to, anyway. Not always easy. But, oh, guess what, guys? Look what I'm going to try out. The new Reese's peanut butter bars. Those are going to be interesting. Wife got them at the dollar store just now. And what the hell, I thought I'd try one out. Okay. Well, it's nice little packaging here. Ooh. That looks good. That looks interesting. Look at that. Now we'll try this out. Now that's not bad. It tastes just like a Reese's peanut butter cup. It's really good. I gave this one a straight 10 out of 10. I like that. Not bad. But anyway, these will be boiled up here pretty soon. Just getting me a drink of water while you guys are watching the festivities. hopefully I'll be able to upload this on my other channel. I hope. If not, then I'll just leave it on this one. No big deal. It will be an unlisted stream for now, till I decide to make it public. As you guys could see, it's starting to get really thick now. Let's see how this tastes here. This almost tastes like a marinara sauce. Really, really good too. Not bad. Let me get me a scratcher here. My back is itching. Ugh. Anyway, while we're, well, I guess this is, I gotta keep stirring this then. But I was gonna say, if this is going to be posted on my other channel, then I got to tell you a little bit about myself. Well, I'm not going to tell you my name because that's not important. But I am going to tell you my story as to what has been going on in my life. Okay? Because I believe that you, the viewers, have the right to know. So anyway, I'm from Arizona, of course. Casa Grande, to be exact. And I've lived there for 50 years. All my life. I've been a desert rat. And my dad, he was a military vet. He retired with honors. And also, he used to be a teacher of health and anatomy. And if he wanted to, he could have gone to be a regular doctor. Okay? He could have done that. But he didn't want to deal with people because my dad wasn't very much of a people person. He never has been, never will be a people person. Now, my dad raised me and my two other siblings. Raised us kind of, should I say, partially due to his due to the military background. Okay? So I didn't get soft treatment at home. I was always taught if you got something to do, do it. And basically, I was taught how to raise myself because nobody else taught me anything. I learned how to cook, how to clean, how to sew, everything. I learned how to completely sustain myself. Now, I was born with fetal alcohol syndrome. Okay, I currently struggle with that, and I'm currently 50 years old. I have a beautiful daughter that she is now working and doing well, and she blessed our family with a beautiful granddaughter. Now, like I said, when I was growing up, I didn't get the easy treatment. You know, when I fell down outside, I'd go inside, show my parents, and then they would just be like, you know what, just get a washcloth, wipe it off, you'll be fine. You know, I was brought up harshly, very harshly. I was brought up to fend for myself in a lot of different things. And through basically kindergarten, all the way up through till about my senior year in high school, I didn't give a fuck about school. I said, screw it. I didn't want to try. Didn't want to do anything. Because throughout my whole entire life, I got no encouragement. I got no motivation. I got shit. I got bullied in school. I got picked on in school. You know, you name it, it happened to me. So, my whole entire life has been a struggle. And so, when I got into high school, I said, you know what? That's it. That's it. I've had enough. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to pay attention to every single thing that those goddamn teachers tell me. I'm going to turn in every assignment, and I'm going to basically graduate and rub it in my dad's face. So that's what I did. From my senior year, from my freshman year all the way to my senior year in high school, I really pushed hard. And I got a lot of encouragement from the teachers. I wasn't just a number. I was they actually helped me. And yes, I did go through special education classes. But those special education classes really helped me out with a lot of different things. They did. And I wish I could go back in time and thank each and every teacher that I had that encouraged me to keep going and encouraged me to do what I did and graduate. It was hell. You know, I got along better with the teachers than I did with the students. Because I just had that knack. You know, I've always been that way. And so anyway, graduated, got my diploma, and I got my first job right out of, because I was working, you know, part-time, you know, not going to say where, but I was working at, I should say, yeah, okay. I was working at a golf course. Okay? Not going to say which one. But I worked there. And everything was cool, you know. I would work there like part-time, you know, during the weekends and during the holidays, you know, I'd work then. And then when I got out of high school, I started working full-time. And everything was cool, you know. Everything went decent. But then I did the most dumbest thing that any man could ever do. I got hooked up with a girl that it just, I'm not going to say, that she didn't care about me, because she did. And I'm not going to say that I didn't care about her, because I did. It's just that, you know, it didn't pan out. You know, we dated in high school once. Then we decided to move in and live with each other twice. And it just didn't pan out. It turned into a complete and total clusterfuck. You know, the whole situation messed me up mentally. And for a while I was a wreck. Until the summer of '98 came in. Now, mind you, I had just broken up with a girlfriend of mine. And then that's when I met my wife. I met my wife in the summer of '98. And everything seemed to be, you know, somewhat decent. But then things slowly started falling apart. Through no fault of my own. I don't blame it on my wife. I blame it on myself. And I was really, really stressing out mentally. And I was going downhill pretty quickly at a rapid pace. So I'm like, dude, I have to get out of here because if I don't, I'm going to wind up doing something stupid. So I went back to live with my parents for a while. And till, things calmed down. And yes, the wife and I did get divorced. And everything went to the wayside from there. So then I moved back in with my dad, and everything seemed to be fine till it was on Christmas Eve that year. And things for me started going downhill because I had just gotten into a really, really bad argument with my sister. And I snapped and I said, I can't take it anymore. So I told my dad, I said, Dad, I got to get out of here. I've got to go. And that's when he was in the map room. And I'll never forget what he did. He put his glasses down. He was looking at maps. He put his glasses down and looked at me stern in the face. And he says, look, son, I can't tell you what to do. You're a grown-ass man. But once you go out that door, don't even bother coming back. And I said, fine. So I took my bike. It was raining that day. And I was riding around. Because what I planned on doing was something that I didn't want to do. I was planning on looking for a bridge, which I found. It was an overpass. And I was going to climb the chain link fence and jump off of it. And so out of self-preservation, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know who to call or anything like that. So I called up an ex-girlfriend of mine, which she was a friend of mine. I figured, well, if anybody that can help me out, maybe she could. Maybe she could talk some sense into me or something. So I tried to call her up. I got no answer. And by that time, I'm almost at level red. And I was almost about to do it. Till finally something told me to call my ex-wife. And I didn't think she was going to want to talk to me or anything. I didn't think she wanted anything to do with me. And yada, 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 yada. So I said, fine. So I dialed her up. And my son answered. And as soon as he answered, I came unglued at the hinges. I spewed out everything. I told everything, and I said, look, I love you, but I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it. That's it. I'm done. And then he was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold the phone a minute. Before you, and I'll never forget what he said too. Before you do something that you're going to regret, let me see if I can get mom on the phone. Call us back. I'm saying, okay, fine. So I hang up the phone and I wait a while, pacing. Still raining outside. And I call back and my wife answers. And she's like, what's going on? And I'm like, dude, once again, I explained the whole thing. And I'll never forget what my wife said at that time. She said, dude, just come home. And I'm like, what? She goes, you heard me. Just come home. Your son and daughter need you, and I need you. I was literally shocked. Those words never, upon ever, came out of my wife's mouth like that. Never did. In all my years of being married to her, I've never heard her say something like that. Never. That was a shock to my system that I never really expected. Checking to see if these potatoes are done. Oh, they're getting there. They're getting there. So, I said, okay, fine. So, I met them at the local Taco Bell that was around there. And they treated me to Taco Bell. I think it was them or me. And we just talked. And I explained the situation. I explained everything. And lo and behold, it wound up being me, packing putting my bike in the back of the trunk of the car and heading to the apartment and then coming back and picking up the rest of my stuff from the house. And that was the end of it. And here I am to this day. It's been a long time since that's happened. I also had 3 3 purpose overdoses. And I've been in the hospital in the psych ward 3 times because of attempted suicide. The first time, wife and I were together, I freaked out and took a bottle of aspirin. I made sure my daughter didn't see me do it. In fact, I don't even think my daughter was in the house when it all happened. The second time I overdosed was when I was with a girlfriend of mine and things started falling apart. And I just grabbed a bunch of pills of whatever it is that I took, and I just took them. I didn't care. The first time that I did that, believe it or not, my grandmother came over there to see me. And they all were shocked that I could do such a thing and all this. So yeah, I've had some pretty interesting and close encounters in my life throughout the years. It's amazing that I'm still alive here talking to you guys right now, rather than me being either locked up in a mental ward or, 6 feet under. So I'm actually shocked and amazed about that. That through all these years, God's actually kept me alive, And, He kept me alive for a purpose. Those potatoes are ready. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and add the pasta here. There you go. There you go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these things simmer and just let them absorb all the goodness and all the stuff in there, and that should be it. I am going to add a little bit of cheese to kind of thicken it up a little bit. I think that'll be a good idea. There we go. There. Now, let me get a lid. I want to see if this clear lid works. I don't know, but we'll find out. Lid's probably too small. But, yeah, it's way too small. But at least I tried something, so that's fine. I'll just use the same thing to do this type of. Okay, guys, this is the end result. I'm just gonna let this thing cook naturally. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to favorite. And I'll catch you guys up on the next episode of Story of My Life. Guys, take care. Thank you for watching. Peace.